Hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot readers in these historic and serious times. Thank you for being on board. Appreciate it. So as you notice, as you're looking at the screen here, only have 5 cards. That's it. There will be no animation, no artificial intelligence. Although from time to time my friends have said my intelligence was somewhat questionable. That is a joke, of course, and we will just move on. The point is, it's going to be human to human. That's the deal. And it's going to be straight ahead. It's not going to be the sunshine and lollipops, rainbows, unicorns. I'm not doing that kind of a read. The time we live in is super, super, super serious. And the attacks on civilization are coming from every angle you can imagine. Just a moment ago, I spoke about artificial intelligence. Just saw an interview with Elon Musk, a guy who I want to trust him, I want to believe him, but there's something in me that's holding me back. I can't put my finger on it. But anyway, he's having this discussion with one of the sheikhs, oil sheikhs in the Middle East, and they're talking about artificial intelligence. And Elon Musk says, with the way things are shaping up, they already have the physicality in robots. They can move just like human beings. They're now working on the mental acuity. The point is that Elon Musk said they're very close to having robots that can do everything that we do, virtually. I don't know if they would have the same level of awareness. They may not be as in-depth. I'm sure that copying us exactly is still a project in the works. And I'm sure the twisted bastards are working on doing that. But Elon Musk says it's not far down the road where we will have robots doing everything. So it doesn't make any difference whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, a plumber, someone who works at fast food. Doesn't make any difference. There will be a robot who can do your job better than you can. Then he says, at that point, we will have an issue. Nobody will be working. At that point, we'll have to come up with some sort of a universal income. Well, when you do that, several things happen. Some of that list. 1, people become devalued. 2, people become dependent. 3, you take those first 2, and people lose purpose. For many of us, our job, our profession especially, is interwoven in our identity. You take that away, and what the hell's the point of living? Oh, yeah, well, of course, you're going to give me some money, and I know that you're going to give me X in the beginning, but you're going to give me less than X as time goes on. That's what has been demonstrated to this point. Let's say here in the United States, they started with Social Security being such and such, and for a few years, decade or two, the numbers increased, it became better and better, and then in the 70s, the worm turns, and they begin to play with it, and mess with it, and screw with it, to the point where over the last 30, 40 years, and in fact, the man who started the whole discussion was Joe Biden. Let's get rid of Social Security, he said back in the 1980s, early 1980s. And he led the charge. Since that time, Congress has raided the Treasury of the Social Security, where the money was being put. And they're now talking about eliminating Social Security. So they talk about a basic income, annual basic income. You know they're going to start with X, and then they're going to start deducting from there. So you have no identity, you have no money, you have no purpose. And that's not even talking about what's going on in the world with the phony wars and all the money we're giving away and the migrants crossing over the borders and pandemics all over the place, left, right, and center. and just general artificial intelligence, what that can do. It's a pretty dark picture. So when I do this reading, I keep that in mind. How can I help you? That's my main goal. Not likes, not subscribes, not shares. Although the people around me tell me like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share. Keep saying it, like, subscribe, share. So I did it. Good. Get off my back. My main job is to empower you, to inspire you, to get you to use the most powerful tool any human being has, and that is your innate intelligence. That's your ability to manifest, create pictures in your own head, not from some sort of computer screen or smartphone, any of that other stuff. But you exercise your own power. One of the things, at least in the United States, and I imagine to some extent it applies around the world. In the United States, we have a phrase, the government by the people, for the people, of the people. You know who has failed us the most? The people. They have done nothing to take control of their government. They want the freedom, but they don't responsibility to go with it. If we are going to save humanity, those are two things we have to put into our lifestyle permanently. The desire for personal freedom and the responsibility to use that freedom wisely, positively, and honestly. Freedom goes nowhere without responsibility. That is what will save us. There are a lot of ways that we can approach this, but this is the way that I approach it with you, learning how to manifest, improve yourself, improve your life, and let that spark in you spread to others. We need it. God, we need it. So, let's look at the 5 cards. Middle card is the Oracle card. It is the one that sets the mood. It says peace. Peace. You know, we live in a materialistic world where they tell you if you own this, you have this, you buy this, you do this, your life is better. Well, it's better for the people who own all this stuff because they take all the money. You and I end up with all the debt. That's the way they want it. That way they have us under their thumb. We are their slaves. And at that point, we have to keep working just to keep up. They got us. Imagine peace. That doesn't mean that you don't carry on with your life. It doesn't mean that you don't have some level of debt or some level of connection. But it means that you, from within inside yourself, are in resonance with your mind, your body, your spirit. There is a sympathetic frequency of mind, body, spirit. The human trinity, mind, body, spirit. There is a kind of an energy all working together there. I mean, how much would you give for peace? I mean, real peace, not surrender. Not you're going to have nothing and be happy. We're not talking that because that's surrendering. That's not peace. Peace means you stand up for and defend your right to have freedom because you have the focus. You have the responsibility of guarding those things. That's what it's going to take, and that's why I want to inspire you to manifest. The meme for today says, everybody says they hate a liar, but try being the one who tells the truth. Ooh. You take a look around, you find the people who get in trouble are the ones who tell the truth. I'm not going to run down the list, you know who it is, but people who speak the truth to power, they go to jail or worse. If you lie, you're part of the system, boy, you're in. Of course, you've just sold your spirit, but what the hell? Rather have a big house and a new car. So again, the meme is everybody says they hate a liar, but try to be the one who tells the truth. With that in mind, let's begin. First card all the way to the left, the Devil card. Devil card. One of the interesting things about the devil is everybody points outward. There, here, he. Turn that finger, bend it, and point it at yourself. Because the devil energy is bondage. It's addiction. It's self-restriction. You surrender. By the people, for the people, of the people. Remember that phrase? We ain't the people. We're not paying attention. We don't care. Now, part of the problem is that the system is designed to confuse you, conflate, and obfuscate. Hide the truth from you. So we have to design a new information system where you can stay easily on top of what's going on. That calls for a lot of change in government, calls for a lot of change in our attitude. But the biggest change is get rid of those self-imposed change. Reminds me of a story told by Bruce Lipton, a casual friend of mine. He is a guy who talks about epigenetics, the power above your genetic predispositions. And he tells a story about in India years ago. I don't know if they still do this, probably don't. But a newborn baby elephant would have a very big rope wrapped around its leg and then the other side of the rope tied to a tree securely. Baby elephant was unhappy, bitched and moaned and missed and ran and did it, whatever it could to get away, couldn't get away. And after a couple of days, it surrendered, stopped. From that point forward, no matter how big that elephant got, and in case you didn't know, elephants can be huge. But no matter how big that elephant got for the rest of his life, if you wanted to keep the elephant stationary, still, just put a rope around its leg. Don't tie it to anything, just put a rope around its leg. The programming was set. That's what's happening to us. That's what's happening to our kids now. That's devil energy. Let's move to the next card, Five of Pentacles. Pentacles are our value system. 5 says we are in poverty. We are in hardship. We are poor. Oh, we may have all kinds of things, maybe all kinds of cars and things. But our spirit is starving. Our emotions are dead. We are in poverty. And the 5, well, no matter if it's the wands, the swords, the cups, or pentacles, the 5 always says we got to change. Got to change. So we have to regain our sense of self, our sense of stability, our sense of purpose, our sense of pride. We can do it. Next card is the Star card. Star card talks about healing, hope, inspiration, relief. Coming up in the next year, we're going to hit some hellacious stuff, tough stuff. I'm even concerned about the election, whether there will be, and even if there is, it may not resolve an issue, and it may even, in fact, end up separating the country. Be a very tough time. And God knows what else they're going to throw at us. A phony UFO invasion, another pandemic, more hurricane. I don't know what the hell they're going to throw at us, but you know they're going to throw everything at us. This is the critical time. This is the critical time. I can't emphasize that enough. The next year, at least, you need to stand up. You want the freedom? Take the responsibility of it. Otherwise, it's all lost. The end result being, as I mentioned in the beginning, AI, where nobody has work, nobody has a job. I don't care what the hell you are. Be a professor, you're out of work. Too bad. A computer will do it. But a computer doesn't need to do that because nobody's going to be in school, because nobody's going to get a job, because nobody... You get the idea? This is where the shit hits the fan. It's the next 12 months. I know it's unpleasant. I know it's scary. But it's here. You want freedom? Earn it. Final card is the 5 of Cups. And this is where we are right now. We are looking at the 3 cups spilled. And he's focused strictly on that, ignoring everything else. There are 2 full cups behind him. There's a bridge, and then there's the castle, his ultimate destination. He doesn't notice it because all he's looking is at the 3 cups that are spilled. That's where we are at right now. That's where they want us to be. It's up to you. Raise your sights. It's up to you. Make a for better foundation, more important value system. You want freedom? Earn it. Take the responsibility. That's the tarot reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I get together to do the same again. Peace and blessings.